proof of concept, POC, we made it. The customer wants us to run a POC. We're so close to this deal, right? Wrong. Running a POC doesn't guarantee that a deal is coming. In fact, more than 50% of all POCs fail. Watch this video to learn how to plan POCs that you can win. Hi, my name is Sasha and I work as a senior sales engineer for a leading cloud software company. Click on like and subscribe to my channel, Better Presales, to get better at selling enterprise software and never miss content like, what does a sales engineer do? What is a POC? It's a small software project that we do in an isolated non-production environment for the customer. And we run this in order to hands-on demonstrate the value of our products. So it serves as a proof of what we've been selling so far on paper only. However, POCs are expensive because they take a lot of time and resources. It will take anywhere from several days to several weeks to execute a POC. That also means that our sales cycle gets longer when we run a POC. It means we are going to take more time to get to that deal. And they also require dedicated personnel to run them both on the customer side and of course also on our side, and it's mostly us sales engineers that do that. So before we go for a POC, we need to make sure that we've depleted all other ways of demonstrating the value of our software to the customer. Did we run the standard demo? This is an investment of 1 or 2 hours. Did we run a customized demo for a customer, which is more closer to what they are doing in production, maybe using some similar data as they use? This is an investment of maybe half a day. Did we try to get the customer to do their own trial, their own evaluation of the software where they commit most of the resources and we only help by running a few workshops or just giving hands-on advice or sending them documentation? All these scale much better because they're not such a huge time investment. They allow us to work on multiple customer opportunities at the same time. Only after depleting all of these other possibilities, we will go for a POC. But we don't want to offer POCs to the customer. We want the customer to ask for a POC. Why? Let's take a simple example, car sales, my favorite. Do you ever get calls by random car salesmen offering you test drives? Probably never, right? That never happened to me at least. This sales strategy would mean that a car salesman would have to offer hundreds, if not thousands, of test drives to random people in order to sell a single car. And this is not how sales works. If you want to buy a car, you usually go to a dealership or to a website and you ask for a test drive. And this indicates to the salesman that he might have a lead, he might have a deal coming up. And it's exactly how it works in any other types of sales. We want the customer to come to us and ask for a POC because this is an important indication, important qualification criteria demonstrating that the customer has pain and urgency to solve this pain. Finally, the customer came to us and they want to do a POC. Perfect, that's where we want them to be. Now we have to sit down together and scope it out. Because a POC is very expensive, we need to make sure that we are all on the same page when it comes to what we are trying to achieve in the POC. How do you plan for a successful POC? We need to time box it, meaning we need to define exact dates of start and end of the POC. This is important for the resource planning. We need to get the customer to commit the resources that will be participating in the POC. We want more resources on the customer side and less resources on our side. The customer needs to have skin in the game. That significantly increases the chance that the POC is a success. We need to know the pains we are addressing in the POC. We know the pains if we have done a proper discovery with the customer. If you're not sure how to do a proper discovery, go back and watch the video that I made on that topic. Based on the pain, we define the POC goals. For instance, ability to do things faster, cheaper, with less skills required from the end user. We need to define success criteria of the POC. How do we prove that the POC goals have been met? Ideally, we should have measurable metrics here. A certain amount of time to achieve a goal or a number of people required to do it with our software. The more concrete we can define these metrics, the easier it's going to be to understand for all parties if the POC was a success. Based on the POC goals, the metrics and the timelines, we write down a set of specific tasks with the due dates and owners and use this as a working document to track the POC's progress. Technical POC prerequisites. For example, do we need access to customers' IT systems in order to get data for the POC, or simply to be able to communicate with the team? All of these have to be solved before starting the POC. Last but not least, what happens if the POC is won, meaning if we have successfully met the criteria? What is the action plan for after the POC? Is the prospect going to evaluate other vendors' products? Are they going to be doing an RFP, a request for proposal, or a tender? Or are they directly going to buy our product? A well-planned POC is like getting the job more than half done. In fact, some people argue that well-planned POCs are won before they start. In the next video, I'll talk about how to conduct the POC and how to finalize it and what comes after. Click on that like button and subscribe to my channel Better Presales for more content like this. Stay tuned and stay healthy.